what you see on the media is completely not what schizophrenia is about. Like, I understand a popular movie that was, in my time, was the movie A Beautiful Mind. Now that is like absolutely not the true story of John Nash Jr., and I will talk about that sometime. But the thing is, A Beautiful Mind did show, and I did post a video back in my earlier days, a video about some of the things that were good in A Beautiful Mind. For one thing, it doesn't just show that it's just the disease of seeing and hearing voices. It's not just that. There's so many different things to it. For example, there are a lot of delusions, like delusions of grandeur. Like A Beautiful Mind subtly hints that, but it's too subliminal that you can't really see it too much. Like, I mean, for example, delusion of grandeur is the number one delusion that you get. Like, you think that you're gonna be something big, and when really you're just dreaming that. It's just a dream of some sort. Like, for example, when I was 20, I believed that I could raise a heck of a lot of money for an organization called iCross Canada, which helped people in Africa, just live a better life. Help the poverty-stricken people, the people with HIV, all that kind of stuff. So, so delusions. You have positive symptoms and negative symptoms. When you talk about the hearing voices, seeing things, all that kind of stuff, those are the positive symptoms. Those can actually be cured. Well, not cured, but treated. And that's why you have medications, and the medications actually lower the dopamine production. So schizophrenia is characterized by excessive dopamine production into the substantia nigra. That is the area of the brain that produces dopamine. The medication pretty much just lowers it, and so naturally, like, in this digital age, everybody has a little higher dopamine than normal, because there is, for example, I live in Canada and cannabis is legalized, so that actually raises dopamine. Well, the THC that raises dopamine, and then just being on electronics all day, that inadvertently raises dopamine. So there are a lot of things that are happening that can get like schizophrenia like symptoms, but all the same, there are other things. So, like, the number one thing that I find that a lot of people don't talk about is you always have a type of autism when you have schizophrenia. Like, have average to above average IQ, or I should say intelligence, because some IQ tests really low usually, but you have average to above average intelligence. It's just that it's very difficult to perform sometimes. Like, I mean, I was actually in nursing, so like, I had a 3.8 GPA. I had great grades, but I could not, for the life of me, I could not do the fine motor skills, like things like wound care, catheters. I couldn't do those. I could do like subcutaneous injections, but intramuscular injections, but I could not do IVs, things like that. So you are low functioning. You are low functioning, but not very low functioning. Like, I mean, I do have a job. Yes, I'm a cashier, but that's all I do, really. I do plan to go back to school, but something that I want to do, not something that my parents want to do. But all the same, anyway, drop me a comment for whatever you want me to talk about. Like, I'm sorry this camera's shaky. My hands are always pretty shaky. But anyway, thanks for all the new subscribers, and take care and stay safe.